Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere is chock full of spectacular books, taking place in a myriad of brilliant series. For a new reader, one of the hardest challenges is figuring out where to begin. In this video, I'll be explaining why I recommend Mistborn: The Final Empire, the book that got me hooked on the Cosmere. Ash fell from the sky. Welcome to the bleak and hauntingly captivating world of Scadrial, a land where the days are constantly darkened by volcanic ash, and the nights dominated by mysterious mist. A world where a seemingly immortal Dark Lord won, and in the centuries following his conquest, has created his ideal world, shaping society into a twisted shadow of his vision. Centuries of oppression have given birth to a cruel reality. An entire class of people, known as the Ska, are treated like property. Their lives are expendable, and they are subject to the whims and abuses of their masters. The Lord Ruler owns them, and leases them out to the nobility who live privileged lives in exchange for living under the Lord Ruler's thumb. This is just the way the Final Empire works. But one man won't stand for it. Meet Kelsier. He's a charismatic, audacious, and daring half-Ska thief. Kelsier's convictions are as strong as his morals are questionable. He also has a secret. He's become a Mistborn. I'm guessing a lot of you are asking, what the heck is a Mistborn? And to explain that, I'm going to have to introduce you to allomancy. A small number of people on Scadrial have the ability to ingest specific metals and burn them to power incredible abilities. There are 8 basic metals that enable 8 distinct powers, from super strength to the ability to manipulate the emotions of everyone around you, or even the mastery to control metal itself. These powers are incredibly potent. People fortunate enough to be able to use one of these powers are known as Misting. But there's also an exceedingly rare breed among them, the near mythical Mistborn. These exceptional individuals are gifted with the power to wield all of the power that allomancy provides, making them unbelievably capable and equally deadly. Mistborn revolves around Kelsier's plan to assemble a crew of half-Ska Mistings to pull off a daring heist targeting none other than the Lord Ruler himself. His plans are audacious and seemingly impossible, but with his astonishing allomantic powers, his indomitable force of will, and his charismatic leadership, Kelsier dares to dream to do the impossible. The unexpected discovery of an orphaned half-Ska woman named Vin, who miraculously also happens to be a Mistborn herself, makes you believe that they just might have a chance. Standing in their way is not only the seemingly omnipotent Lord Ruler, the entire government and noble class of Scadrial, but also his most powerful and most devout servants, the dreaded Steel Inquisitors. These terrifying beings, with metal spikes piercing their eyes, wield oppressively powerful allomancy, making them the deadliest enforcers of the Lord Ruler. The odds are stacked against them, but Kelsier and his motley crew are willing to wager everything they have for a chance to rewrite the fate of their oppressed world. If an epic heist against an all-powerful Dark Lord isn't enough to sell you on Mistborn, it's a good thing I saved the best for last. Every single member of Kelsier's crew is an absolute delight to delve into, and the story flourishes around their narratives. Kelsier cares very deeply about the character of his crewmates. From Ham, the philosophical brute with a curiosity as vast as his brawn, to the seemingly aloof but genuinely sincere Breeze, I truly began to cheer for this crew and their seemingly impossible task. The centerpiece of it all is Vin. Vin starts Mistborn as a street urchin, whose entire existence has been built around paranoia and survival. Vin is thrust into a situation as alien to her as the ash-filled skies and red sun of Scadrial feel to us. As the crew navigates the treacherous waters of their daring heist, Vin grapples not only with just mastering her newly discovered astounding allomantic powers, but also learning the necessity of trust and respect within an effective team. The Lord Ruler and his enigmatic servants stand as intriguing adversaries. As the series begins, there's so much about them that remains shrouded in mystery, and the process of unraveling those secrets provides to be almost as compelling as witnessing the clever maneuvers and the crews as they work tirelessly to undermine their formidable foes. A spectacular setting, Brilliant magic systems and compelling characters are not exceptional among Cosmere books, but there are a couple of other factors that made me choose Mistborn over a couple of other excellent options as starting points for the Cosmere. Mistborn is unique in the sense that it not only has a very compelling story arc in the first book, but also is part of a completed trilogy with a satisfying conclusion. Mistborn is also half the length of Way of King. As a new reader, picking up a book that is simultaneously a bit of a slow burn and big enough that it could double as a bludgeon is a pretty intimidating experience. I used to recommend Warbreaker. It's similar in length and quality to Mistborn, but I think that it being a standalone book prevents Brandon from showing new readers how absolutely incredible he is at finishing off a series. Starting next week, I'm going to begin a read-along for Mistborn: The Final Empire. The plan is to do one part of the book every week. I'll upload one video with a brief summary of what happened in that part, then later in that week post a video highlighting a part of the world building or characters that I think will be useful in order to have the absolute best reading experience for the next section of the book. The next video I have planned will be Allomancy 101. If either the read-along or the summary on Allomancy sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.